Hello, friends. Oh, our screen's all messed up. How's everybody doing today? What's this thing doing here? Get out of here. How you doing, Julian?
Doing well. What about you?
Not too bad. Welcome to the ComfyUI stream. We are here today to play with Claude Code and make some cool tools. You don't have to use Claude Code. There's other stuff. I'm going to go through all the options available to you right now for these sort of agentic coding systems. But yeah, we're here to sort of just show you how easy it can be now. You know, these systems sort of meet you where you're at. If you want to just do a fully like hands off. I'm just using my terminal to code. You can totally do that. That's what I've been doing the last couple of days. It's been super fun. Or you can integrate it into your IDE and code the old fashioned way. Using it to suggest blocks and things like that. So lots of ways to use these things. But for the purposes of today's demonstration, we're going to do the sort of fully hands off, just let it cook sort of vibe and see if we can either, we'll look at the nodes that I made with it yesterday, and then we'll either add some new nodes or we'll make a new node pack with Claude Code to show you how easy it is. But yeah, I mean, yesterday I was able to basically just point Claude Code at the Comfy repo and say, hey, can you create me a skeleton of a node pack with a bunch of empty nodes? And it did that. And then I was able to make one node that could, take an image in, turn it black and white, and then send another image out. After that, I then pointed Claude Code at my node pack and just started expanding the node pack. It added a bunch of image filters, added a bunch of textures, and then I got to thinking I wanted to replicate what we do in Blender with shader textures, like 2D textures, feeding wave textures to other textures, things like that, to make a looping generator for ComfyUI that we can then use to basically just take a frame count in and then make a loop, the length of that, the frame count, so that we can make our cool little like looping masks and stuff like that right in Comfy. Fun little project, and Claude Code knocked it out of the park. It's been awesome. So yeah, have you played with any of this stuff yet, Jillian?
No, that's why I'm excited to see it. Actually, I've done very little, not as deep as you have. Just very basic, like custom nodes in Comfy. Super simple, nothing as exciting as what you're going to show. So I'm quite excited to see it.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I've done a little bit of custom node stuff with Comfy in Ru Code and
Mhm.
VS Code and stuff like that, but this is something else entirely. So let me jump over to this demo screen here. All right. Yeah. I mean, this isn't like a an ad for Claude Code. This is just what we happen to be using. There's other stuff. There's Codex by OpenAI. There's Open Code, which is the open source version of this that'll let you plug in any model you want, including local stuff. And then we'll get into sort of what MCP servers are and stuff. But for now, let's just look at Claude Code because this is the one we're going to show off. Yeah, essentially, it just lives in your terminal and it does cool stuff. So you just point it at a folder and then it can look in that folder and you can give it access to just do stuff. You can say, hey, I want you to open this. I want you to do that. Start building a plan and then have it just execute that plan. It's super fun. But like I said, it meets you where you're at. If you're already a developer, you're used to IDEs, you're used to developing in a structured format like that. It can just integrate like as a Copilot esque sort of helper with tools as well, and you sort of get that as integrated as deeply as you like to. So if you're a developer, you really like to like edit everything yourself. That's totally possible too. So yeah, no worries there. And then you could just escalate things as they grow. What's up, Phil? How's it going, buddy?
Sorry, guys, lost track of time there. It was I was vibe coding with Claude
Yeah,
Code.
it happens, man. It happens. So yeah, that's basically where we're at. We're talking about Claude Code and what it can do for you. The only thing I will say about Claude Code, what I found yesterday, is it doesn't work super great in Windows, but it works fine in WSL. WSL like comes with Windows, so all you have to do is just load WSL with like the latest version of Ubuntu. There's plenty of guides on that online. It's like 2 commands. You just run them, it'll install Ubuntu, and then when you just type WSL instead of CMD to go to your command line, and it'll go to your Linux command line, and then you're just in Linux on your Windows machine. Nothing to it. It's super smooth. And then when you do that, your Windows machine, let me make this a little bigger so everybody can see what I guess you can't see this. Let's move this over. So when you type WSL, you're going to get a like a Linux command line because after you've installed Ubuntu, you're going to get this Linux command line, right? In order to see what's on your computer, it's in Mount MNT C for your C drive. That's your C drive. Mount D, Mount E, Mount F. That's all your drives. So in my case, my Comfy is running in Windows, but I'm accessing it through Linux because I want to use Claude Code. So just to make this make a little bit of sense, I'm going to Mount C AI ComfyUI custom nodes, ComfyUI Purz. So I'm in the folder for my node pack, and this is where I run Claude. And then after I've installed Claude Code, Claude will just load in here, and now the context for everything I'm working on is my repo, my ComfyUI Purz repo. So we just say add this, don't do this, do this, it's great. So what I've done sort of instead is set up a T-mux situation. So T-mux is just like a text interface, basically, for controlling different terminal windows. Because, we all have a bunch of terminal windows we need to have open all the time. This is a really great way to learn how to control them, get them set up, and then move them around and keep stuff, help you keep sane. These are really cool because they're screens. And if you're into Linux, that means you can reattach these later. So you actually physically detach these instances, and then they're just still running in the background. And you go like T-mux ls, and it'll show you all your instances. And then you just say T-mux, A to go to the active one. And then you'll go back to the Claude one. You can run multiple T-muxes, and then each T-mux can have a group of windows in it and stuff. You can script the way they start up, and you can get everything going. There's some fantastic tutorials on YouTube. Just look for T-mux beginner guide, and you'll see like a dude with long hair. I think he's like a metal looking programmer guy. Super awesome tutorial on T-mux. Walks you through all the basics of like how to get the windows situated just right, and like how to open and close and fold them in and start over when you screw up.
Hey, Purz.
Yeah.
I wanted to intersect. There's actually another option here too for installing Claude Code, specifically Windows. They have an npm package, so you can just npm install that package, and same deal Claude.
So the reason I don't recommend that is none of the MCP servers work in Windows because of command/C issues. So like I said, it does work in Windows. Highly do not recommend running Claude Code in Windows yet. Definitely run it in WSL and just connect to your Windows stuff through that, because just having gone through it, getting npx to run through the Claude Code layer in Windows is quite difficult because of some permission stuff in Windows. So Windows wants you to run cmd/c, which will like run the command in a wrapper. But the problem with that is you have to go in and manually fix all of your MCP stuff to make it work. So just if you want to like have a good time, just do that in WSL or Mac. Yes, Adam, this is a fantastic use case for Mac. All this stuff works so good on the Mac. It's crazy. Like it's just integrated perfectly. It just works. Highly recommend doing this on the Mac for sure. Linux, same deal. WSL and Windows, same deal. The Windows thing, yes, it works. But the other thing I found was when I was doing tool-based stuff in the Windows install, it was trying to do like ls and like like he was trying to use like Linux commands in Windows and using the wrong like uh, angle structure and stuff. So like you would have to probably build into your system prompt that you're like, I'm in Windows, like pay attention to that. And things like that. So like, yeah, I guess it's designed for Linux and Mac. In my very limited experience, your mileage may vary, but that's where I landed yesterday after spending 4 hours trying to get the MCP stuff working in Windows. Yeah. Where were we? So yeah, we're here. We're in the project. This is Claude is running in my folder. You can see I just added a hexagon pattern node to my node pack. And then I asked it for a changelog and it gave me a changelog. The changelog was stupid. So I told it to chill out on all the dumb language in the changelog. All it did was add a hexagon pattern. And it's like, I added a customizable hexagon size with adjustable line width and separate colors for background, hex fill, and outline, and toggled between outline only mode and full bash. Nobody needs to know any of that crap. It's just a hexagon node. So that's another thing with this stuff is pay attention to what it's doing. Ask it to run it past you first before it just does stuff, because a lot of the time it'll do the LLM thing. But it's really smart, really fast, really clever, and super powerful. So let's add a new node. Let's add a wrong one. So in T-mux, this will probably become half a T-mux tutorial, honestly. Control B is your prefix key. That's the thing that like, so like if I'm in a terminal window, I want to be able to use that terminal window. But then when I want to talk to T-mux, like, hey, T-mux, I want to go left, or I want to go down, I want to move around, I want to take this window, I want to move it, I want to split these windows. You have to give T-mux that command, which is Control B. It's Bravo, B, B, B. So like Control B starts the command and then you run the command next. So Control B, left, up, down, left, and right, the arrow keys, they will move around which window is active. And you can see the little green panes on my screen. They're kind of small, but you can see they're changing because I'm jumping up and down between them. So when the green panes around this thing you want are active, that's the active window. So right now, the left window is active. You can see the green panes on the left side. If I go Control B right, it's going to go top right. Control B down. You get the idea. Control B, then the thing. Let's say I've resized something and I hate the way this is and I want to move it. That's Control B, and then Control arrow will actually like let you move these windows around. So that's all it is. Select your active window, Control B to move between them, and then Control B, Control move around to move the pane. So yeah, you'll get used to it. It's fun. Control B D detaches the entire sequence. Then you can come back later in a whole new terminal window and type T-mux A to activate and reactivate your window and get back to work. This is awesome when you are in a project like this and you're just like, I'm done right now. I don't want to deal with this right now. You could just detach it, walk away, come back later, reattach it, and it's all just going to work. And then if you use scripts to start up and end your environments, you can do that after a reboot and stuff. So yeah. I mean, this stuff's primarily meant to be used on servers, things that never go down. But we can also leverage this stuff in our daily life to make things easier. Because like, as you can see, I have in the one window, now I have Claude Code on the left. I've got my Claude Code usage monitor on the bottom right, so I can see how much I'm, blowing through. And then on the top right, I've got a terminal window that is logged in to GitHub in the folder that I'm working in. So, everything's there at my fingertips. I make my changes. I go push them, commit them, go edit my TOML file to update the Comfy thing, and then boom, new release. So let's add a funky ass node. So let's say I did it again. Control B, left. All right. I should get one of those things that shows you the text inputs I'm doing. Okay, so I'm in Claude Code now. on the side, and I'm in my window and I'm in my node pack. So I'd like to add a new texture to the animated textures pack. Let's try something with triangles. Here we go. Can everybody see the text? If it's, I can make it bigger if it's hard to read. Let me know.
Make it just slightly bigger, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that.
Yeah, that's good.
Fix these windows here. Oh, I did it in. Oh no! Oh no! Friends. He's super into it. I don't know what I've done here. Let me unscrew this, friends. That's not it. I don't really understand what happened here. Fixed, centered. All right. I think we're back on track, although we're circles now for some reason. Okay. That's when you run T-mux commands and restream. That's what you get. Okay. We are still doing stuff. You see it's added animated triangle pattern. It's just doing stuff, man. Just doing stuff.
Is this the part where we vibe?
We're vibing right now. Do you guys not feel it?
So we're vibe noting.
We're vibe noting so hard. And our Claude Code friend is just cooking away while we sit here and drink coffee. And, you know.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
You can see what it's doing here, though. You see these to-dos, everyone. You see this: examine and animated patterns to understand structure, design and implement animated triangle pattern. Normally, I would ask it to make this plan and then execute it, but I only asked it for one simple task. So in this case, I'm just letting it cook. But if you were like adding a whole new massive feature set to your thing, you're going to want to sit back and plan that out a bit. Sorry, Phil, I interrupted you. What were you saying?
I was saying the interesting part about like vibe coding, what I've found was, yes, it's amazing. Obviously, it does a ton of heavy lifting. It's incredibly powerful once you understand how to like control the thing. The problem I find is it puts me in this state of like, there's enough time for me to chill, but not enough time for me to like constructively do something productive. And so I'm stuck in this like weird limbo state of like, check Instagram, like do something filling but not productive, because I only have maybe a minute, 2 minutes before the thing needs my attention again.
It sounds like what you need is workout equipment, and you need to push it to the limit, like an 80s montage every minute and a half while it's cooking.
I just drop and give it 20.
Constantly pushing it to the limit.
I need a sweatband then.
Walking along the razor's edge. Okay, let's go over to Comfy and see if my new node worked. So we added a new animated node to the Purz thing. Let's refresh Comfy, reload. By the way, if you want to play with this node pack, it is in Comfy. Just go to Custom Nodes Manager and type Purz into here, boink, and you'll see it. I'll support it, but it's a vibe code nightmare. So, good luck. All right. Yeah. And then let's see what that new triangle pattern looks like. Triangle. Animated triangles. Grab a little video combine node. Plug this in. Let's see what it does by default. This first one's going to take a second. It's going to run every node in the node pack. They're fast, though. Yeah, so this is what the node pack does, by the way, these animated textures here. This is the main sort of squeeze. I do this in Blender a lot, but having this in Comfy is actually really fun because these. Oh, that's cool. No, so it's like a checkerboard pattern, but triangles. So I'll probably rename that node to sort of triangle checkerboard or something like that. But and the other thing I'm going to do actually is if I'm going to open up VS Code. Ooh, VS Code. And I'm gonna. So this VS Code instance is actually running in my Comfy folder that we're working in. So if I go to my animated patterns, which is the one I just edited, and I go look for my triangle. If I search for triangle, nothing. What's this node called? Animated triangles. Oh, there it is. Generate triangles. We're looking for the node stuff because animated checkerboard pattern, animated triangle pattern. I hate the colors that came out of that thing, but I don't want to waste a Claude call on changing these colors because I know what I need to do, right? So I'm going to just open up my VS Code editor. You can use whatever you like to edit. Just edit. And I'm going to go look at that node, and it's going to say width, height, triangle size. These are all the default settings for the nodes. And I'm going to look, and I'm going to see that the problem here is color 1 and color 2 are not FFF and 000. So what do? We change FFF. We change color 2 to 000. We save it. I don't have hot reload installed right now, so you'll have to bear with me, but there is a node pack you can use to make it so that you have to do what I'm about to do, which is kill Comfy and restart it. So I just made a change to a Python node pack, which means Comfy needs to restart in its current state to see the changes. There's a node pack called Hot Reload Pack. It's actually going to be a short about it coming out tomorrow, starring Phil. But basically, the idea is you don't have to do what I'm doing right now. You make a change, you go back, it just works. So that'll save you a lot of time for stuff like this. The thing with Claude Code and these things, like Phil was talking about, with like that time sink or the time spent, you almost don't mind restarting Comfy after you've made a big long change with this. But then when you're making incremental changes like the one I just made, that is so annoying to be restarting Comfy every time to like a simple change like that to test it. Like, come on. It's crazy annoying. So yeah, Comfy's running again. Let's get back to it. Refresh. So if I look at my triangle node now, what are the default settings? They are wrong. That's no good. Let's make the node again. This happens.
Probably what it is. Yep.
Yeah. Did you refresh the browser? I missed that.
Yeah, I did, but yeah, it works now.
So you have to place the node. Yeah.
FFF 000. Now it's going to make a black and white texture. That's what I wanted.
And just to explain what just happened is because the values that were by default are still correct and possible. That's why when you refresh Comfy, it didn't go away because these values that he had before are still acceptable. So he had to reload the node to actually trigger the default values. So in case you guys were wondering, watching.
There's also if you right click on a node and say fix, it'll do that too. It'll just reload the node in place.
That's crazy.
Yep, that's okay, but I want math operation square. No, my blend mode. Oh no, color ramp constant. I ended up rebuilding this to be just like Blender, and now I've confused myself. That should do it. So that should give us a really hard line pattern. Lines. Yeah.
Here we go.
So yeah, as you can see, like we can just start building this out and asking for things and doing stuff. You know, the way this all came together was because I wanted this functionality from Blender in Comfy for ages. And I kept thinking to myself, well, I'll just learn how to code eventually, and then I'll just learn how to do it. But instead, what happened is the tools got easy enough that I didn't have to do anything. So hell, let's go.
And if you focus
if your Comfy is empty, That's another good thing. iMac is saying here, basically, like if you are doing this and you don't want a hot reload, just have your node pack and whatever else you need to test your node pack in this version of Comfy you're working in, so that when you restart it, it's like quick snap. Also, Comfy restarts much faster in Linux, and you can run it in WSL. There's no degradation really. It runs great. So, like, it's frustrating as a Windows, fanboy, but like, Linux really does do this stuff better in like most ways. All right. So yeah, this is the really cool part though, because now, I can just keep adding patterns. I can add new patterns to each category. I can add this, I can add that, but I can also say, can you, whoa, wrong button. Can you propose 5 new categories of nodes? Don't do any code. I just like to see some options. The other thing I should have done is a GitHub release or a GitHub push, git push of the thing after we added the node. But here we go. So yeah, it just told me. Oh, here's another thing I found with T-mux. I don't actually know what the page up command is. I know it is a command. I just have to go Google it. But if this is happening and you need to see more of the context and you missed it, if you go slash was it export? Yeah, slash export, and you just say copy to clipboard, you can grab this entire conversation and just dunk it in like a VS Code, file or whatever. Just like boink, so that I could just scroll back through it and have a look. So, this is the conversation it was having. So let's see. We could add organic textures: marble texture, wood grain, cloud generator, water caustic, cellular Voronoi for hair texture. It's a little much for Comfy. Digital distortion and glitch effects. Don't want to step on Jeru's toes there. Fractals. We could add some fractal nonsense.
Yes.
Let's try and add some fractal nonsense.
This is a really good tip. Adam said Claude is great at converting collab Python notebooks into nodes. Yeah, that's awesome. That's really good application for that.
Yeah, there is a plan mode, Itchy Chicken said. You don't have to just tell it to do that. You can say go into plan mode. I will show you that right now. So this shift tab thing here, plan mode, auto accept edits, and regular mode. You just shift tab between them. Regular mode, it's going to ask you every time it needs to do something. Auto accept edits is go for it, my boy, just cook. And then plan mode is like, it's not going to like actually start integrating or implementing any of the stuff that it's done. It's just going to help you plan. So yeah. Okay. So we're going to leave it on auto accept edits on because we're just vibing out here, vibe noting, just out here in the wild, Okay, let's add category 3. I'm especially interested in the L system nodes. If y'all don't know what an L system is, it's like making trees in computer language. Might be a very fun node. Let's see what it do. It's puzzling. It's creating a fractal generator .py file that it's going to implement an L system plant generator. If this works, I will be surprised.
No. So right now the tokens that is displaying it's the estimated basically, and that's why you said escape to interrupt. Is that right?
No. So escape to interrupt just stops the current queue. So you like if you want it to stop thinking, you just do that. The tokens, it's just telling you how many tokens it's sending, and then if you notice on the bottom right, I actually have an app called Claude Monitor running, and that's like a third-party app that you can install that watches the tokens going back and forth and helps you pay attention to your burn rate. So you can get a feel for like how hard you're pushing it, and then how much time you have left. And also, actually, I'm going to remove our names here from the pictures. Sec friends. There we go. Now you can see the stuff at the bottom there. Those tokens in the thing, they will over time, it'll get to the point where it will compact itself. So if your token sort of thing gets too large, it'll try and compress all those tokens down and then keep going. So there is this sort of like rubber banding effect that is happening to the context over time, so that it can like maintain some semblance of context over multiple compressions. But the other thing I was going to say is you can go there. See, I just hit my Claude Opus 4 limit. So now we're using Sonnet. You know, c'est la vie. Sonnet's also very smart. Don't worry about that. Like Opus is really nice, but you don't have to use Opus.
Yeah, I like strictly use Sonnet, and it's incredible. So no complaints here.
All right. It says that they work, so let's find out if it's right. So we're gonna restart Comfy now. Scooby beep boop. Stop server. That's Control C, by the way. I know I've covered this a million times, but you want to kill Comfy, go to the terminal window, Control C a bunch of times. It will die. Or you can go into Comfy Manager and hit restart, whatever feels better to you. But if Comfy is on the verge of failure and everything is going dark, the Control C or just straight up closing that terminal window will kill it. I think I need more custom nodes. What do you guys think?
Never enough.
Yeah, never enough.
Okay. It loaded. That's good news. All right, let's refresh the page, reload. I'm actually just going to make a new workflow for this one. Let's go into add node. Holy crap, I got too many nodes. Purz, patterns, generators, fractals, L system plant, and fractal noise. Okay. Preview image. Who knows? Let's see what they make right out of the box. Oh, cool.
Hell yeah. And now make it grow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what fractal noise is doing. If I disappear, it's because my computer did something it couldn't handle.
Oh. Oh, okay. You tricked me.
Doesn't seem to be... Well, there's nothing, no indication of what it's doing, but I would assume it is doing something. This seems like a lot for one image, though.
Yeah, I ran into this problem when doing pixel sort. It's a very heavy operation.
Yeah. We're going to try that thing I just showed you guys. Colos. Okay. All right, we'll get that back up. So let's say, let's go back to Claude Code. So we know what the problem was. The operation we were doing in the fractal noise was bonkers. So whoa, damn, keep typing in the wrong window. The operation we are doing with the fractal noise node is far too complex. and burned my machine out. Fix it. Don't worry about it, Joe Vix. We'll get there, buddy. So out here, like, look at this, like anybody cares about, you know, reality or how things work in real life or what, you know, you need to plug into stuff just to make things, you know, legitimate, you know. Just let us dream, buddy. Just let us dream. He's absolutely right, though. A proper L system, you need to be able to define the coordinates, or the rather the like mathematical expression that sort of propels the L system into being. So let's have a look at the node, because what the node is oh, the rules are right there, buddy. The rules are right there. Don't worry about it. We got this. So the cool thing about that is you can actually ask Claude or ChatGPT or any of the other ones for L system expressions to give you cool trees. So like this node gives you like a way to explore L systems, which is fun. Let's see what old Claude's doing. It's philosophizing, it says. Okay. It's going to vectorize the operations, everyone. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I don't believe it.
Every time I've said I don't believe you, it's done the thing. So, like, I don't know, maybe. Oh, here we go. Fixed. I've completely optimized the fractal noise generator to prevent machine burnout. Performance improvements to simplify the algorithm, remove complex Perlin noise calculations, and replace with efficient random sampling. Great. Vectorized operations, eliminated all per pixel loops using NumPy array operations. Awesome. Per pixel stuff takes forever because that's calculate every pixel in the frame, which is like, 512 times 512. Adaptive resolution, automatically adjust noise resolution based on scale to prevent excessive computation. Limited the octaves at 6. That'll help maybe. Octaves are like the layers of noise, so like how complex the noise gets. Fast upscaling, use numpys, advanced indexing for lightning fast nearest neighbor upscaling. Fantastic. Before it was complex with nested loops, and now it is using random sampling with vectorized upscaling. Should be 10 to 100% faster. Well, we'll see that when we get there, won't we?
Oh, it's like an advertisement. I'm excited to see what happens.
I just don't. We'll see. We'll see. We shall see.
LLMs are the most convincing liars.
Yes.
They really are.
And they really gas you up, man.
I got this. It's good. Yeah, go for it.
You're absolutely right.
No one else has ever had an idea this smart. Okay. I think we're up. Almost. There we go. It's alive. All right, let's refresh. Yep, reload. All right, fractal noise. I am going to fix you because, fix node. Let's fix this node. Oh, well, it is much faster. It looks like crap, but it's much faster.
Perfect. Ship it.
Ship it.
You just made noise.
So let's see what all the different values look like. Value noise is straight up black and white. Yeah. Something about this I don't like, and I can't put my finger on it yet. It feels like it's doing some sort of interpolation that I hate. But either way, this L system is the more interesting thing, and it works now. So yeah, YOLO. Fractal noise at its core is just noise. Like, I don't know. Thickness decay. Oh, cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, start playing with these. I want to see what this thing can
Yeah.
do.
And I would change the default colors too.
That's plus an F.
Okay.
That's times an F. I don't know. This is the thing with L systems. I don't know what I'm doing. But let's go back to what it was, which was, I think, minus. Yeah. So let's go over to our friend here. Actually, we don't need to use Claude Code for this. We can use just like a regular chat GPT instance. Yeah. And just say like, make me some really cool L system. I don't know what they're called, algorithms in this format. System bushy shrub.
Nice. We got options.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So much better already.
Palm like a tree.
Ooh, look at that.
It's cool looking though.
Tree, but it looks cool, yeah.
Let's try like 2048 by 2048. See if it looks any better. Oh, it's just tiny. It's just a little guy. All right, 1024 by 1024. This is the sort of stuff where I would probably go back and forth a few times with Claude and be like, I want to make the display look better. Why does it look pixelated, et cetera, et cetera. Have it explain it all to me. But we're just going to play with it for a bit and see if we can figure out why everything's happening. Let's increase the length by 100. Yeah, everything's much longer. Let's put the length back to 10. So if I had to guess at why it was sort of pixelated like that, I would think that that's just the way it is at that size. So if I wanted this to be cleaner, I would probably have to do this in 3D with like a little 3JS viewer thing. Maybe like a shader toy, GLSL L system shader. Actually, can you change the L system shader, L system node to use a 3.js viewer so that the output looks much better? Let's use a 3D L system in a 3JS viewer so the output looks much better. I don't even know if it can do this. I don't think it will. I don't think it's going to be.
Yeah, one shot like this, I don't think so. It needs an example of how to draw on Comfy Canvas via JS.
Never. No, we're just going to do it. We're just going to push.
If it does, then it's gotten better training data. When I did this first, it was nightmare until I finally figured out, like, okay, this is how I take visuals and put them into Canvas on a node. I just couldn't do it. But I mean, we'll see.
And if there is something that it cannot do, does it stop and say, sorry, I couldn't do it? Or how does that work? Or it just makes something up? And
yeah, I mean, it tries its best, but there's always, like, my golden rule is always, like, lead with example. So if you have, like, even the most primitive example of something that it keeps tripping up on, that just kickstarts the whole process. And usually it's like an entry point or like a formatting issue or something, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it has examples. I didn't even notice that. Dragon curve. That sounds cool. Well, it's certainly doing things. I don't know if it's doing anything useful, but we'll see when we restart it. Going from, a node that goes black and white to a 3DL system might have been a bit of a jump, but Okay, let's see. It says it did the thing. I failed spectacularly. All right, vote in the chat. Is this going to work? You've got 30 seconds. Just a sea of no's.
I'm voting no.
Yeah?
Just straight up, I'm voting no.
Wow.
Only because I've done this so many times.
Damn, dude.
You influence me, Phil. I'm gonna just stay neutral, but goddamn.
Why do you guys hate me so much? I think it's 100% definitely going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it definitely did something cool.
It made a dying tree.
Whoa,
That's really crazy.
that's trippy.
It doesn't look much better. I don't think it actually did the thing I asked it to do. I think it just started doing some stuff. We got some presets
Oh.
here. Bush, fern, seaweed. Yeah, maybe it is better. I can't actually tell. 1024 by 1024. I mean, it looks pretty good. I don't think it did what I exactly asked it for, though. 2048. Let's look at this in a. Yeah, it's all right. It still feels a little pixelated to me, but whatever. That's really neat.
You want to change
Okay,
the
so
thickness?
well, no. What I actually want to do though is I want to say, okay, this L system node is very cool. Can you make it draw a scene of L system trees with slightly different variables based on a seed to make a full garden of little trees. I wonder if you can even like do like this weird gen art stuff. I'm surprised it even did this stuff right, but YOLO. Implement tree placement algorithm, add parameter variation for each tree, update node mappings, add ground plane and background elements. Okay.
We're making a world now. A world and a node.
Oh, let's see.
Side project, I want to make a Tamagotchi and a node.
I mean, yeah, go for it.
I don't know.
Do it. So we are creating the L system garden node class, implementing the tree placement algorithm, adding parameter variation for each tree, updating the node mappings, and then adding the ground plane and background effects. Okay, background elements. I don't think any of this is going to do what it thinks it's going to do, but who knows? I've been wrong before. L system garden. It's going to be my best node ever. 97% Claude, 3% me.
Honestly, the UI is pretty nice. You know, for you would assume like being in the terminal, it would be, but it looks solid.
Yeah. No, they did a really good job. Oh, says it worked. Okay. 3 to 25 trees, a whole bunch of cool stuff it's going to do. All right. Yeah. Sure, buddy. Sure, buddy. Guess we don't need this window anymore. What are you? Don't need. How many of these do I have? All right, kill you. Kill you. All right, moment of truth. Can it build a garden? Can we build a garden? Can we vibe node a garden?
I'm going to project 4 plants.
Well, it said 3 to 25. Maybe
I'm
it's
going to
a
go with
slider.
4 by default.
You should try to feed it docs for Unreal Engine PCG system. Can you give Claude Code web docs to go off? You should try that.
It's all possible. It really is.
I bet you there's like MCPs and stuff that like connect to wikis and things like that to get information, deep learn stuff like that. There are, yeah, that rabbit hole is.
Yeah, MCPs are insane.
Okay, let's get back to this. Refresh, reload. L system garden.
Oh,
I see a garden node. Garden node.
oh.
Okay. You know what, everybody? I mean, that is pretty impressive for like a first try at something like this. That's pretty much exactly what I asked for. It just gave me a bunch of weird a bunch of weird stuff that I asked for.
Fiddleheads.
Tree
really.
types mixed. Let's try trees. Trees are very curly. What about bushes? Are bushes straight? Yeah, bush. Look at that.
Looks like you're making a first gen of a video game right now,
You made a
like
Flash,
in the 80s.
a Flash
Yep.
game.
Flash game, yeah.
You know what's cool about this though? You know, like if you made a really interesting scene generator like this and then ran this through a diffusion engine to image this stuff into something else, like you could build like an entire collection of stuff that's, you know, starting with like gen art code in a node, then
You're onto something.
you know, like there's this stuff, the rabbit hole just continues to go deeper and deeper and deeper.
What's
But
the
now
batch
all,
size do?
Yeah, with context too. Phew.
I would imagine it just makes multiple images. Yeah, with different seeds.
Okay, perfect. Put it at 60 and put it in a VHS combined.
Well, it's just gonna flicker like crazy, right?
I just want to see it.
All right, give me a sec.
And you can context this image out and just say make it realistic.
True.
That'd be fun. Oh, it looks like it's spanning, like you're on a freeway driving.
There. They're moving. Yeah, pull the weeds, $4.99 on Steam. Exactly.
I am satisfied.
Yeah, wish listed today. Perspective depth, enable shadows, tree color base, sky color, ground color, tree types. What do we got? Ferns. Let's go back to 1. Change
It'd be cool
this
to be able to mix the trees too.
You can, yeah, mixed, yeah. I might want to get rid of the tree one because they don't really look like trees. They do look like fiddleheads, though, like you said.
But I'm saying like right now you only have 3 types to be able. Oh, you have mixed. Okay, cool. Never mind. I didn't
Yeah,
see.
you mix them all, but the tree ones are like these like spirals. So
Very windy.
that's cool. That's very cool. 8. Let's try like 64 trees, 25 trees. So there you go. Yeah, okay. Did them all. And then the size variation, like 0.1, maybe. Make them all around the same size. No? Oh, that's interesting. Base length should be 30. They should all be very long. Oh, that's cool.
Make the resolution a little bigger too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can go like 2048 by 2048.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Open image. Pretty cool. To think we're just doing this with Claude Code and just sort of vibe coding an entire gen art system in Comfy is pretty crazy. And again, this is just the tip of the iceberg, everybody. Take your ideas and start running with, like you have an idea for a node. I mean, just try it, right? It's the worst that could happen. It won't work.
Yeah, it's amazing that you did not type a single line of code. Isn't it amazing? You just add ideas.
Yeah, I adjusted one value,
This world's your oyster now.
Yeah. No excuses anymore. Go build the toys you want to play with. Go build the tools you want people to play with. Thanks everybody. This has been really fun. We're going to do a lot more of this kind of stuff. And we did Claude Code today. We saw how easy it was. Next time we'll try open code with we'll try with Claude with the Anthropic thing and see how it does. See if it can do similar things. And then we'll try some of the other the leading sort of cheaper ones like Gemini and Flash and things like that, and see where they stack up, because like that's super interesting too, because you don't have to use Opus for everything, right? Like if you have a bunch of smaller tasks, they can usually be done by cheaper LLMs that don't require as much juice. So the landscape is wild and varied. You can run a lot of this stuff. Well, some of this stuff you can run locally, but this tool-based editing stuff, I mean, you're going to want to probably, Claude, OpenAI, Gemini, what's the new one? Kimi? Yeah, Kimi.
There's Chiron too.
Yeah. I mean, try them out. Like openrouter.ai, I believe it is openrouter.io.ai. I can't remember. They let you. There's actually a lot of free endpoints for API stuff. You can try this stuff out. Talk to it, see if it's smart. There's tests you can go look up online also that'll give you an idea of a model's capability to reason, things like that. So go find some test questions to ask them and stuff like that, and they'll give you an idea of what they can handle. But yeah, thanks everybody. This has been a little bit of a departure from our normal streams, but I think it's important. I think it's fun, and I want to see all the crazy nodes you guys make. So please post them, and go get Phil nodes, grab the Purz nodes. Julian's got lots of fun stuff out there too. Go check out these guys' Instagrams and their X's and all that stuff. Follow us all. We love you. Night, everybody. We'll see you on Friday.
You guys, and I'll be back in 10 days. So,
peace and blessings.
Going back to the motherland.
Oh no, Mars. Bye, everybody. Drive safe. Have a great next 3 days. Drive safe.